Hello, and welcome back to Minecraft tutorial with Nerdenomics, your source for all things nerd related. I am Matt, and we're back with the Minecraft tutorial. I decided to keep it at nighttime because there's some things I can go over while it's nighttime. And you can actually see something moving out there. Well, I can at least. Skeleton. But I'm not too worried about him because I got my nice little hidey hole right here. So I can go over some things. One of the first things I want to go over is dimensions. Now, for people that aren't as well known in dimensions, I'm gonna give three numbers and say it's 1 by 1 by 2. That's going to be width number, length number, and then, if I can get a good view of this, depth number. So the dimensions I just gave are for the character you have. He is a 1 by 1 by 2 character, which means takes up 1 square wide, 1 square long, and he takes up 2 squares vertically, as you can see. And that's why you'll need a place that's 2 squares high. Now, this is kind of I'm not a claustrophobic person, but you know, it is a low ceiling. I can understand. So I'm actually gonna take that away, make it nice and roomy up there. But the main reason why I'm giving you these dimensions is because you need to know them for monsters. Monsters out there, especially the skeletons, in my experience, they need to be kept away. And this is the perfect defense. Only a skeleton's arrows can get in here, and you can just sidestep and be like this. Perfectly safe. In fact, I hear something coming, but I'm not too worried. So there are 4 types of monsters you need to worry about at this point in the game. There are the zombies, the spiders, the skeletons, and the creepers. Now, zombies, skeletons, and creepers, they take up the same dimensions as you, the 1 by 1 by 2 space. So if you have your opening like this, any opening that you can get through, they can get through. Now, doors, you can make a door, you can block it off with a door, and they cannot open doors for some reason. However, they can go up ladders and staircases and such. Now, spiders are a little different though. And I just lost my torch. That's okay. Spiders can get in a space like this because they take up a 2 by 1 by 1 dimension, which means they are 2 wide, but they are 1 length and 1 depth, so they can fit through this very easily. Also, spiders can climb. From what I've been hearing, that's actually rather new. Not many people like it. I don't quite like it either, even though I'm a fan of spiders. I'm going to try to rescue my torch. Yes, very dangerous to go out at night, especially when you have something like this. Even in the first morning light, it's dangerous to go out, so you gotta be cautious about it. I'll show that later when it turns daytime. Night takes just as long as day to go through, so just gonna make this place a bit more cozy. And I don't know if you can see them right now. There's a creeper out there and a skeleton out there, and I guess I'll go over the monsters a little bit more. Now, zombies are your basic zombie. They're slow and they're deadly in a mob, but fighting one at a time is easy. And they're basic melee attackers. Ooh, a black sheep. They're basic melee attackers. They'll just run at you. They'll just walk at you and try to eat your brains, you know? Typical zombie thing. Skeletons are ranged attackers. They have bow and arrows. And they're one of the most annoying to kill because you have to strafe while fighting them. And that can get really long and really annoying, especially if you have multiple enemies. Creepers, they are probably my least favorite because they will run up to you and explode. That is their only attack, to run up to you and explode. And you'll hear sort of like fuse going off, like tss, and that's in front of you, you know where he is. If that happens behind you, you have enough time to think, oh crap, before it explodes. And then spiders, they have a lunge attack, but they are melee, and they are faster than you. A little bit more about monsters. Zombies will make a zombie noise like moaning. Skeletons, you hear their bones rattle. Spiders have this weird, you know, insect noise like. And creepers make no noise when they approach you until they start hissing to explode. And one final tidbit of information about monsters. As you can see right now, that is a zombie on fire. Zombies and skeletons catch on fire in the morning, which is very nice, and they still drop their stuff if they would normally drop something. Spiders do not catch fire, however they do become passive, well, passive aggressive. They will attack you if you attack them. Creepers, however, are aggressive morning and night, and that is why you have to be careful when coming out. Not because of spiders, not because of zombies. It's because of, as you can see, the creepers right over there. So I'm going to block that off, and it's now morning time. I'm going to collect these feathers. Feathers are good for making arrows. I've not found any other use for them. And I saw the skeleton up here. Zombies drops feathers. Skeletons will drop bones and arrows. I seem to not be able to find the, oh, there he is. There he was. Spiders will drop string, which I highly appreciate, because string is used to make bows and fishing poles. And creepers drop gunpowder, which is useful for making TNT. And here comes one now. As you can hear, no sound. Oh, until he gets close. I'm sure I'll have many creeper explosions later in the game when I've made more stuff and they have more stuff to blow up. Right now it didn't seem like it wanted to blow up around me. That's weird. He got really close too. Wow, there's a lot of cactuses around here. I think I'm in like a partial desert or something. Looks like there's a skelly right above me too. So yeah, that's a little bit about monsters and dimensions and whatnot. I got a little black sheep right there. A chicken. Beady-eyed little chickens. It's like they're watching me. It's like they know. Go away. Hate chickens. Well, in this game. In real life, I am a lover of chickens. So. I'm going to go over a little tidbit about resource gathering. Resource gathering is easy, quick, especially if you have the right tools. what I usually do is, as you know, wood can be broken up into 4 wood planks. If you get a bundle of 64 wood, that equals 4 bundles of 64 planks. So I figure it's easier to carry the 1 square of 64 wood blocks than it is to carry 4 squares of 64 wood planks. So for convenience, I don't really change these until I need to, and changing them to wood planks is that easy. You don't even need a crafting table for that. So more for convenience, that's what I do. And there's a difference between birch and regular wood for some reason, but birch and regular wood does not stack in the same slot. I'm not sure why, but and there's no difference in how they work that I've seen. So I guess just different types of wood for making your house look different. I'm sure there's some people that have a house completely made out of birch, which I bet that would probably look really nice. But personally, I can't find enough birch trees to do that. Although maybe in this world, I might. So what I usually do with wood, just jump into a forest and start hacking down some trees. Or hacking up some trees, I should say. Now, as for cobblestone, well, stone, I guess. You just gotta find a place with some stones and just start mining them down. And as you might have seen, when stone is broken down, it will yield cobblestone. Now you can regain its original stone form by heating it in a stove, in a furnace. However, I don't hold that as all too important for now. Maybe later down the line when I'm trying to make a nice house, but first things first, I'm gonna gather my resources so I can make a defensible house first, and then after I make a nice defensible place, perhaps then I'll make my house nicer looking. And definitely when you're mining, especially around sand, be careful. As I explained before, sand does fall, and if you get trapped under 2 blocks of any resource really, you will suffocate and you will die. Which I think is actually pretty clever. And you can also do the same thing to monsters. You can drop sand right on them and you can kill them that way. And if you can't fight with your sword all too well, you can use that as a trap. You can use long falls as a trap to kill them. Fire, lava, cactus, what have you. Yeah, that's a quick thing about dimensions, about monsters, and about resource gathering. And I'm not getting into too much resource gathering on screen, just a little bit to show you how to do it. And as you can see, I got a lot more cobblestone and got a little bit of wood. So that's all for that. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you again soon. See ya.